At 9 a.m., we will call to order the meeting for the City of Statesboro, Mayor, and Council. We will have our invocation and pledge of allegiance by Council Member Paulette Shavers.
Lord, we give thanks. We give thanks for all that you have allowed and all that you have prohibited. We give thanks for the wisdom that you have bestowed and the wisdom that you will bestow. We give thanks for life, health, and strength. And God, I ask that you would bless the council members so that we make wise decisions for the City of Statesboro that make you proud. In your name, Jesus, I pray and thank you. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We move down to agenda item 3, recognition of public presentations. We have a presentation of a proclamation commemorating the first introduction of the Equal Rights Amendment. And the proclamation reads as follows. A proclamation by the Mayor and City Council of Statesboro, Georgia, commemorating the first introduction of the Equal Rights Amendment. Whereas the equality of rights under the law shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state or account of Section 1 of the currently unpublished 28th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution. And whereas on December 10, 1923, the Equal Rights Amendments written by Alice Paul and Crystal Eastman was introduced to Congress by Senator Curtis of Kansas, 3 years after the ratification of the 19th Amendment that gave women the right to vote. And whereas the National Women's Party sponsored the bill and continued grassroots activism across the country to advocate that it would one day would become law. And whereas Representative Martha Griffith reintroduced the bill to Congress in 1971, finally being approved by the U.S. House of Representatives on October 12, 1971, and by the U.S. Senate on March 22, 1972, sending the ERA to the state legislatures for ratification. And whereas by 1977, 35 of the 38 necessary states have ratified the amendment. And whereas Nevada was the 36th state to ratify in 2017, Illinois followed in 2018, and finally Virginia in 2020, bringing the total ratification to 38 states, the number provided by Article 5 of the United States Constitution. Whereas there are several organizations like National Organization for Women and others that continue to fight for ratification in the remaining 12 states, Georgia among them. And whereas it has been 50 years since the ERA left Congress on the road to ratification, it has been 100 years since Alice Paul and the National Women's Party asserted that women should be equal with men. And whereas under the leadership of President Triana Arnold James, Georgia National Organization for Women and its members will continue the effort to enshrine equality for women in our Constitution. Now, therefore, I, Jonathan McCullough, Mayor of the City of Statesboro, acknowledges and commemorates the 10th day of December 2023 as the National Day of Recognition for the introduction of the Equal Rights Amendment. And we want to thank those hardworking women for their work. To me, it's common sense that if a man can vote, a woman can vote, and it seems like we should have all 50 states saying the same exact thing. In my household, there's no doubt that my wife is the smartest person in the room. She and I are in there. So we definitely want to support them for their work and their effort. And I hope to see that Georgia's one day will add their name to those other 38 states. With that being said, we'll go down to public comments. Leah, any public comments?
No, Mayor.
All right. We'll go down to agenda item 5, consideration of a motion to approve the consent agenda, approval of minutes for our November the 21st work session and council minutes. And then item 5B is consideration of a motion to approve surplus and disposal of vehicles in the Public Utilities Department. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Let's move down to agenda item 6, public hearing for the City of Statesboro Comprehensive Plan update. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, Kathy, if you would give us some insight on this.
Good morning, Mr. Mayor and City Council. This is a requirement by Department of Community Affairs that we advertise and hold a public hearing. This is the beginning of our initiative to update the comprehensive plan. And accordingly, tomorrow evening, we'll be holding a public meeting with stakeholders that we've identified, and also to elicit public comment from anyone who would care to comment to us. So that'll be tomorrow night at 5:30 here at City Hall. And we have 2 more public hearings scheduled, one in January and one in February as well. So, thank you.
Is there anyone here to speak for this request? Is there anyone here to speak against this request? Seeing that there is none, is there a motion to close the hearing? Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, is there any discussion by council? Seeing that there is none, is there a motion to move forward?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Move over to agenda item 7, which is a public hearing and first reading of ordinance 2023-20, an ordinance amending chapter 10, article 1 of the Statesboro Code of Ordinances. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, Kane, if you will.
Mayor and Council, before y'all is a revision to Article 1 of Chapter 10, which is our animal control ordinance. The reason this is coming before y'all is y'all directed me to do so at the work session because of an IGA with Bullitt County. They provide animal control within the city. And just to make enforcement and prosecution easier, we're entering into an IGA, which, and included in that IGA is that our ordinances be substantially similar in the places where they can be. So what's before y'all now is a complete revision of Chapter 10, Article 1. A lot of these are city specific, like the livestock prohibitions, the riding of horses on the road, the bird sanctuary, the trapping birds, the number of dogs that can be kept at a residence, the noisy dogs, the payment of the license tax. However, there are some additional ones in here, such as these humane care of animals, these tethering, the tethering requirements there and there that the county had already done. Ours hadn't been amended since 1987, and a lot has changed in how we think of animals since then. And this will just update it. It will make it much easier for the county's animal control officers to enforce our ordinance as well as the county's ordinance. And so that all those violations would be heard in magistrate court of Bullitt County. And but if you have any questions on it, then it should be self-explanatory. Like I said, it's just we're keeping our own city-specific stuff, but we're making the rest of it consistent with the county's much more contemporary ordinance.
Okay. All right, thank you, Karen. All right, is there anyone here to speak for this request? Is there anyone here to speak against the request? Seeing that there is none, is there a motion to close the hearing?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're gonna open it up for council discussion. All right, seeing that there is none, is there a motion to move forward?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we move down to agenda item 8, which is a public hearing, consideration of a motion to approve application for an alcohol license in accordance with the City of Statesboro Alcohol Ordinance, Section 6-13A. Parker's number 111, 2216 Northside Drive East, Statesboro, Georgia 30458. License type package sales, beer and wine only. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, Kathy, any issues?
No issue, Mayor.
All right, Chief Grant,
No issue.
Chief Broadhead,
No issues, Mayor.
okay. Kane,
No issues, Mayor.
all right. Is there anyone here to speak for this request? Is there anyone here to speak against this request? All right, is there a motion to close the hearing?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. All right, any council discussion? All right, seeing that there is none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a
Second.
second? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll move down to agenda item 10, which is second reading and consideration of motion to approve ordinance 2023-19, or ordinance amending chapter 66, article 5, collection practices of the Statesboro Code of Ordinances in order to amend the text in section 6691C1. Mr. Penny, if you give us a little insight.
I'm gonna defer to
Okay.
our city attorney, I believe it's with reference to our protocols.
That's correct. Mayor Council, this would just be the second reading of, that amendment to the rollout card ordinance. Namely, that it would, that the fine amount is going to be contained in the rates of fines and fees, which will come before y'all at a later date. And also that, saying that action against the violators can be initiated by citizen complaint or upon safety concerns raised by city staff, and that we put in that policy statement that initial actions shall just be a warning from code compliance. Subsequent violations will be subject to that fine as set forth later by y'all.
Thank you, Ken. Any discussion by council? Seeing that there is none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, and we'll go to, agenda item number 10. Consideration of a motion to approve resolution 2023-50, a resolution to adopt the Fourth Amendment to the City of Statesboro Schedule of Fees, Rates, and Fines for fiscal year 2024.
Mayor and members of the council, this is the fees and charges schedule. Two things that are recommended for approval. One has to do with, remember you approved the mobile vending ice cream truck. And so we need to establish a fee for licensing. And so we're recommending a fee of $150, and that would be included in the fees and charges schedule. The second one has to do with the poly card. And currently that fee is $10. And so we repealed that. And so when we shared this with you before, I think we showed you escalated fee that went from, it might have been as much as $50 and up to $75 and $100. What you have before you today is a recommendation of a fee of $25 for violation. Now, council certainly has the prerogative to establish an escalating fee. However, as I shared with you before, it's not our desire at all to collect on these fees. What we really would like for folks to do is to return their poly cards to the side yard or behind their home, because they're not intended to be on the street. And our intent is to utilize our code compliance folks and our folks from Public Works to notify folks when they're in violation, to seek compliance that way versus escalating fees. But certainly your prerogative if you like to have higher fees, but we recommend starting at $25.
Thank you, Mr. Penny. Any discussion by council?
I think you made it clear, Mr. Penny, that we're here to get the carts off the street for public safety reasons, not to make money. So, you know, if everybody keeps their cart off the street, then we wouldn't have to even utilize this ordinance. So.
Most definitely, and then the other part of it is, Mr. Boyum, is that all of them don't have to be generated by complaint. Our staff, if they see someone that is violating it, they can initiate that to try to seek compliance, and that's what our real issue is.
We are still doing the warning first.
Yes. We do recommend approval of the fees and charges that are recommended.
Thank you. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Agenda item 11 has been removed from the agenda, so we'll go to item 12, which is consideration of a motion to approve the purchase of the 2023 Ford Maverick from Woody Folsom Ford in the amount of $33,420 for the Statesboro Fire Department. This purchase will be paid utilizing 2019 SPOS funds.
Mayor, members of the council, I don't know that I can add any more. You see, we did seek bids from two other companies, and we ended up with the one recommended from Woody Folsom Ford. We do recommend approval.
Any discussion by council? Seeing that there's none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. We'll move now to agenda item 13, which is consideration of motion to enter into, recess the regular meeting and enter into our work session. Is there a motion to do so?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Man, could we have a 5-minute recess so we
Yeah.
can get
Aye.
our consultant on this?
All right. We'll recess for 5 minutes. Is there a motion to enter into our regular session?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? All right, we'll move down to agenda item 14, which is other business from the city council. Sharon?
Sorry, I'm eating candy. What do we need to brag on? I guess we'll hear more later, but we certainly want to congratulate Matt Aycock on his promotion.
Yeah.
And we want to congratulate, oh, he left.
Yeah.
Justin for his certification achievement last week. Yeah, a lot of good things going on with city employees.
Absolutely. I do want to give a shameless plug for the toy drive. If you're in the city of Statesboro, we have a toy drive going on, our annual toy drive. It was brought to my attention that this is the 5th year that we've done it, and we've managed to serve hundreds of families over those 5 years. So definitely come down and drop a toy up under the toy tree. Let's try to make some child's Christmas a little bit better. Is there anything else from council that council would like to share?
Yes. Our next meeting will be on the 19th, but I'd like to let everybody know that 12/19/1803, Governor John Millage, he signed an act of the Georgia legislature in the capital city of Louisville, creating the town of Statesboro, OROUGH, on December 19th, 1803. That's 220 years old.
They've been spelling it wrong for that long, huh?
That's right. B-O-R-O-U-G-H.
Change in the hour.
There you go. All
Okay.
right. Any other good news from
We
council?
need to add some more letters to the park.
Are you bringing birthday hats, John?
What's that?
Are you bringing birthday hats?
I have some sombreros downstairs.
Okay. Birthday sombreros, okay.
2 weeks from today.
All right. We need to do something special for that. We'll go down to city manager comments.
Well, Mayor, members of the council, I did want to, again, congratulate Justin Williams and Barson, got in front of me, but,
Sorry.
not a problem. I don't think we can say it enough. Justin is a real rising star in our organization, and so I want to say it publicly that, he provides outstanding services to our citizens, to our developers, to the planning and development department, to the director, and we had just, Justin and I were going to receive an award. We talked about him taking that test, and he took it and passed it, so we're really proud of him for getting this AICP. That is a big one. The other thing I just want to mention, and we do congratulate Matt Aycock. It is important that we are able to promote from within, and Matt has been with the city for 25 years, and he's smart as a whip, and so I believe we're very fortunate to have him, and so now we need to, he was a wastewater superintendent, so now we need to go back and fill that position, but in looking at succession planning, Steve has been with us for 30-some years, and we're gonna be here some more years. But we do need to plan for the future, so Matt puts us in a good place. The other thing I just want to mention to you is that New Year's Eve is Sunday, December 31st, and we have a requirement. Yes, alcohol sales end at 11:30 on that evening, and so we wanted to ask council if they would consider a resolution that would extend that to 1:00 a.m. In order that folks will be able to celebrate the new year until 1 a.m. versus 11:30 p.m. and be legal. So want to bring that to your attention and see if you would consider that.
Do we want to go ahead and just make that motion and pass that now so people can
Plan.
know? I mean, I think that's a good idea. No, if we're gonna do it, there's no sense waiting till the 19th.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I'll be happy to make the motion to temporarily extend the, temporarily, people, one night and one night only. Yeah, December 31st, 2023, extending the hours to 1 AM to accommodate New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Second it.
Okay. All those in favor?
Uh,
All right. Anything else, Mr. Green?
One night only.
One night only.
Mayor, I think that's all.
Okay, good deal.
Mr. Mayor, I thought of one more thing we need to do.
Go ahead.
I want to publicly thank our chief of police and for taking good care of himself so he can continue to
Yeah.
lead the force to take care of all of us. And it's great to see you back after your surgery. Thank you.
Yeah, it was good to see you.
I think today is his first time in uniform.
Isn't it?
Way to go.
Okay. Oh, gee.
Bionic knee man, right?
Okay, so do we have any public comments? All right, seeing that we don't have any public comments, and there's not a need for executive session, is there consideration, of a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
I'm surprised you didn't